Hello, we're back. Let's get right to it, shall we? Elden Ring! This is going to be, hopefully, the final session of our all bosses run. And we're going to start with Mohg, because I want to go to the DLC and get a two-handed sword talisman. Last time we got to 150 bosses, we have 15 left. We ended here at the Cave of the Forlorn, and that'll be an easy place to resume from once we've been to the Land of Shadow. We have Dynasty Mausoleum entrance grace, so let's get to the midpoint quickly. I believe we are still at plus 22. We have 7 Smithing Stone 8s, so we could get to plus 23. Let's actually quickly do that. I think there might even be some Smithing Stone 8s in Mohg Palace somewhere. There's a somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, but not a regular. And the regular one is the one that we would need to upgrade the Battle Axe to full. So let's be on the lookout for 3 more Smithing Stones. Thanks, Hugh. Danger Dave, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you to everybody who stuck around from the Minecraft stream, by the way. Hope you're all doing well. Make sure we two-hand this as we head up through here. I believe the only other place I can think of that there would be Smithing Stone 8s would be up here. I believe there's meant to be some by the merchant. There's a few 7s on this path. Shout out to Raspberry Jam, by the way. Hoop. Around the side, there we go. Yeah, up here in a side cave opposite the merchant, I think, is where there are meant to be more smithing stones. I forget exactly where that is. And there's a couple of Sanguine Nobles in here who will give us chase, but the good news is, because we're not on a speed run, we can absolutely crush these guys if we want to. Just got to be aware of blood loss. Cool. There's the merchant here, so if we go across this, try not to get killed by the blood loss. There we go. It's not down here, is it? There's supposed to be some somewhere. It doesn't matter. I think we're absolutely fine to beat Mohg as we are. Wait, is it this? Is it these? Because, of course, there's a trap here, but... Yes, that's it. That's the smithing stones we need. Great. Oh, ow. Just going to run for the grace. Just going to run for the grace now. Just going to get Reduvia thrown at me over and over again. Any dragons yet? I don't think there are any more dragons left in the game. I think we've killed all of them. Except the ones at Farum Azula, which I don't think we will be killing. We could invade Vare here, but I'm not doing all invasions. This guy just turns around and runs away. You coward! What's up, King C? Welcome in. Right, so that should actually be everything we need to upgrade the sword, or the axe, rather. And we could get the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone from completing Nefeli's quest, which should be pretty easy to do right this second, actually.
Ah, please, it's pathetic. So for indulging father, I would have done, and yet I betrayed him. And I think he'd... Where is the just? He once told me he would never... Was he simply... No, how could I... Father has... And now...
Wait, do we have the... Do we not have the Stormhawk King? We do. So maybe we need to talk to Gideon one more time? I forget how this works. Who's the next boss? Mohg. Oh, we're going to fight Mohg. Okay, not you then. Do we maybe need to, like, rest at a grace or something? I forget. How does this work? Mohg Lord of Blood, not Sewer Mohg. We've done Sewer Mohg ages ago. We did him before Morgoth.
No, how could his father has now?
Why does it just say leave? Like, I've got the thing. Do I need to go and do, Kenneth Height? I didn't think Kenneth was necessary for this quest, because I thought people said you can complete it without him, but maybe you can complete it even though you kill him, I think is the way it works, maybe? I just think if there's a way we can fully upgrade the axe now, then gives us a better chance at beating Mohg, right? And I don't recall if we defeated the Blood Knight or not, but I don't think we spoke to Kenneth at all. No, we didn't. Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height.
Well, then, no. Despite you might have young tarnish, I want you to a knight. Trimbach? Fine word. I doubt that. Now, go on.
Cool, we have a dagger now.
Look well, even the which is why just you. Would you like? I see bright enter, and who knows? What say you?
I don't know if this is the trigger or if we actually have to go and talk to Kenneth at the fort, but let's go find out. Yeah, I have the Stormhawk King already. You just can't give it to her yet for some reason, so I think it may be that you have to go and make sure Kenneth is looking for the rightful ruler of Limgrave before you give it to Nefeli and be like, hey, it's you, though. So now the fort should just be full of demi-humans, because Godric's soldiers don't have it. Yeah, here we go. And they're all mad, because of course they are. Hi, Kenneth.
I suppose you must have one must have true. But I haven't the great, but now for a true.
Right, now let's go talk to Nefeli. Hopefully that should work. Sauron is invading. Nice, that's a fun one. Which axe is this? The battle axe. The one that you start with as the hero.
No, how could I say father has now?
It just says leave. Like, what have I done? What's different? What's weird?
I'm glad to see you've made more now. I suppose you me too. There are Miquella, his twin, Luna, and Rani is all here if you should learn. I'll trade you. We both as such. Oh, a fitting at him stay. But if whatever. Information. And it is a... You are a true...
Yeah, he doesn't have any more dialogue options, so it's nothing to do with talking to Gideon. You have to complete the whole quest with the dude? I mean, I don't think so. Because, like, I don't have anything else to say to Kenneth. You need Rodrika to be a spirit tuner for some reason? Do you? Interesting. Well, we can get that figured out.
Thank goodness. I'm still looking not easy.
Imagine still looking for your only purpose.
Well, I took youth no matter. Lay out your arm. Look, she's crushed. She has it. I saw in her eye.
I think it's honestly very funny considering that it's only been 15 hours, so Rodrika has only theoretically been here for like
I'm still looking.
half a day.
If I do, I suppose I'll ask Matt. Certainly he does it. I know I can tell.
But we fought 150 bosses in just over 15 hours, which means a boss every 6 minutes.
Back over no matter. Look at
and so for them, it's not been that long. Obviously, for us, it's been a little bit longer in real time, but not necessarily in game time.
Good. I have you to. I can have. I'm as yet unsure. But and if there's I search Roderick.
Okay, now we'll try for Nepheli, although I can maybe try and rest in between if this doesn't work.
No, how could his father has a now?
Oh, I mean, I guess it's because it's spirit ashes, right? Like,
Is that I can smell my thanks.
she has dialogue about,
I don't feel
yeah,
still.
I'm not like Roderick.
Reminds me.
Weird, man.
In this, it reminds me.
Like, you don't even have to see all of that dialogue to give her the Stormhawk King, but because she says, I'm not like Roderica, you basically have to have Roderica installed as a spirit tuner for you to know what that means. Man, that's annoying. Like, at least now we know, right? But that's irritating in a way. Thanks, Robbie. I appreciate it.
Now I can I?
Okay, so at this point, if we rest at the Grace, Gostock should disappear. Yeah, and inside of here, Nepheli should give us a smithing stone. And we can buy another one from Gostock if we need to. Kenneth was not Kenoff. Apparently not, no. Well, we can see if we can try omitting Kenneth from the quest in future, because, yeah, from what I've heard, he's not actually required for any of this.
I will call. I guess some call me, though I have now. I cannot
Nice.
I would gladly.
Okay, so now we also get the option of summoning her for the Godfrey Hoarah Loux fight, but I'm not intending to summon for any of these, so...
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms.
Who was the Arbalest crossbow? What did we name the character, you mean? I named him #Arbalest, because I'm an idiot. Let's go fight Mohg. Right. So for this, obviously, we need the Wondrous Physic. I guess we're probably going to swap for this one, because Stance Break is okay, but it's not the end of the world if we don't have it. Whereas, I do actually think having enhanced charged attacks is going to help for Mohg. How was it? Oh, it was fine. Like, the Arbalest was difficult, but we were summoning, so it wasn't, like, impossible, you know? I'm actually going to skip the Mohg cutscene because we see this one all the time, but there he is. Anyway. Realize we have Morgoth's Great Rune, which is obviously kind of fun using it in Mohg's arena. Nice. Very good. And that's a fight.
I can see it as clear as day. The coming of our dynasty.
Probably the fight that we will get the most return on our investment from a gold pickled fowl. Very nice. And that's, yeah, 700,000 runes. Very good, my friends. Do we even have the, yeah, I still have the gold scarab equipped. So we got way more runes from that. That's wild. Okay, let's throw a couple into endurance, a couple into vigor, and maybe one more into strength, because we love to have a little extra strength. It's still scaling, so why not? Let's go talk to Loretta and touch the withered arm. Another one for the counter. Thank you. 151. Red Bull didn't help him, did it? Apparently not. So welcome to the DLC. We're going to be here very briefly. We're just going to get the two-handed sword talisman and then we will leave again. But the two-handed talisman is going to mean that if we two-hand this axe as we've been doing the entire run, it's going to be hopefully a lot more damaging against tougher bosses like Malenia. So I may die while I'm here because I'm just going to be speedrunning through a lot of this, but I'm pretty sure I know which way we're going, so we shouldn't have too much of a hard time getting anywhere. We don't have to fight anything. We just have to avoid the attacks of a couple of fairly damaging enemies. And then be on our merry way. You hated Rillana? Yeah, Rillana's annoying. I think she'd be okay for me now because I sort of understand the fight better, but whenever you're learning any of the boss fights, the ones that are, I think, the hardest to get a handle on initially. Sorry, I'm just going to try and avoid getting rocks kicked at me by this guy. The ones that are the hardest to get your head around are the ones with very specific attack patterns and so much poise that they can continue attacking through whatever you're doing. Like, they don't get interrupted as much. So Rillana is one of those where she's got so much poise because of her armor, and her attack patterns are really specific, and so she's great if you can parry, but she's awful to fight if you're not a parrymancer. That is the Wicker Man, yes. The faster bosses with the long attack strings that you find annoying, yeah. Rillana is definitely one of those. So I think we go down here. We loop around. We come out at Rao Ruins. And then we can go and get the gold talisman from there. Or the two-handed talisman, rather. This is the shortcut to Shadow Altus. Unless we go through this way. See, this is the bit that I can't quite remember. Is it through here? Oh god. Shadow Militia. Or is this just the way to the river? No, this is the river, isn't it? Yeah, we have to go further up. They're all running to the spot where the poison trap was triggered and being like, wait, why is there no one here? Sorry, lads. Elden Ring from Torrent's perspective would be interesting. Doesn't get to do much fighting, though. Here's another fun trick with the Spirit Springs. Love that for us. Having Mohg Shackle on our bar is actually continuing to be useful even after the Mohg fight. We'll tag the Grace here, but we're just going to be running away. Must have been the wind. Excuse me, sir, don't mind me. little bit of full damage, nothing major. Oh, wrong thing. Meant to use a health potion. Yeah, because I believe we just ride north of Morth Ruins, and that's what gets us to Rao. Speaking of dragons that we're avoiding fighting, that's one of them. Dancing Line was a weird boss fight. It is. It's a fun one, though. I think it's really interesting how the progression of the Shadow Realm kind of mimics the progression of the base game. Like, Dancing Lion is supposed to be Godric because of the association with storms. Rilana and Renala are literally twins. Mesmer is kind of like Rykard because of the association with fire and snakes, but obviously has some other stuff going on. It's a combination of Rykard and Malenia, really. Shout out to Runes as well. Oh yes, yet another poison swamp. Yes, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. Basically, just keep riding forward, don't look back. Then this will all be worth it once we get the talisman. Look at that, though. Oh. Oh, what a view. I'm going to tag this Grace here just in case anything takes us out on the way. There's a couple of golems over here that they're not a big deal. I just don't have any Shadow Tree fragments, so I'm just doing base damage, which is pretty severely nerfed at this point. Gonna hug the cliff here, so hopefully the arrows miss me. Not hug the cliff so tightly that we end up in there. I believe the grace for the actual ruins is around the back, so we might grab that first. Not gonna worry about the map because we won't need it after this. Yeah, there it is over there. Tiny pinprick of light on the horizon, and we're going up there to get the two-handed sword talisman. Nope, 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 nope. And we're in. Okay, this is going to be a heist. No fighting, just flailing. Go on, get up there. Skyrim your way up there, Torrent. You know you want to, dang it. I wish I could close these doors behind me, but I can't, so let's just open the chest, grab the thing, and then try not to die. This guy is basically a combination of a Crucible Knight and the Bell-Bearing Hunter. Whoop! Nailed it. We've nailed it. Big fan of a heist. You and me both. You and me both. Alright. Back to the base game. Back to Consecrated Snowfield. Yeah, let's go there. Got a couple of bosses to finish up around Snowfield. We're not going to go to the Haligtree just yet. But from now on, I think we're going to probably use the two-handed sword talisman instead of the gold scarab. Because this thing enhances attacks with two-handed weapons. Basically, you get a 15% damage increase. Which is huge. So, we have 2 more places we can go here that have boss fights. There's a Catacombs, and there is, up here, an Erdtree avatar for us to fight. I don't think there's really much else from the DLC that would help us aside from some extra like health talismans and maybe Blessed Blue Dew. But I don't think those would necessarily be that favorable right now. So we shall not worry. Instead we shall go up here and fight another tree. Oh, and I still have Mohg's thingy on, so ignore the fact that I have the blood bubble, it shouldn't matter. Bloodflame Blades. And then two-hand and get ready for damage. Of course, some of that damage is being done to me, but you know. A lot of it is being done to them. Nice. Very nice. That gets us another mixed physic tier, which if we put Wild Strikes back on, we will probably use. But for now, that's that. And then the Catacombs is actually back closer to the entrance to the Snowfield. We are quite camouflaged, yes. Also, Claw Talisman plus Raptor's Black Feathers is giving us a lot of bonus to jumping attacks, so that's really nice. This is still getting us like an additional 3 points of damage. I think 55 Vigor will be fine, considering we have Morgoth's Great Rune active. I can also use a couple of these if we want to. So yeah, let's do one more. We need about 6, 7k. 7k should do it. Yeah, plenty. Alright, very good. Yeah, that's +1 now. That's not entirely the best. I'm going to put one more into Mind just so we can start to get more FP for all of my buffs. And I think we're headed somewhere like over here. So I'll mark that on the map and we'll see if I actually get there. But it's a Catacombs, so we'll see how we do. For now, I'm going to remix my Wondrous Physic, probably put Stone Barb back on, and we'll put Thorny on later when we respec for Wild Strikes. Oh yeah, there's a snail there. And a page. I think your only clue that there's really anything around here is like the guys digging for scraps in the ruins. But then you get to about here and there's something. Where is it? It's not all the way up here, surely. I might have to look up the location of this one. I feel like usually there's, like, jellyfish. The jellyfish are usually my, my indication that there's something there. Yeah, it's like these guys all kind of going, oh, and standing around. I'm like, where's the entrance to the thing? Okay. Okay, that one was a one-shot. Fine. Fair. Fair and fine. One second. Consecrated Snowfield. This guy. Map link. Yeah, it's like in a weird... It's like here somewhere. Problem is this area is just so hidden. Great, lovely, wonderful. Ah, useful messages. While I'm doing this, I'll briefly check off the ones we've already fought. Putrid Avatar and Mohg. Great stuff. Snowfield Catacombs. And we'll rest here because I used my Wondrous Physics by mistake earlier. I'm keeping Mohg's Shackle on just in case we need to trigger any traps in here, but I forget which ones have traps. We've got this and the... Oh yeah, it's you. We got this and the... Ah! The Giant Conquering Hero's Grave is the other one to do. I don't recall exactly what the deal is with this one. Like if there's invisible walls, if there's stuff like this that we have to ride upwards, I can't remember. So I guess we're fighting through most of this until I figure out what the point of this one is. And it's not like hidden behind there. No, okay, cool. Of course not, because the door's right here. Of course. I forgot that there's one that does this. Fortunately, I'm pretty good at getting staggers these days. Good. Did it... Oh, it didn't kill the imp. The imp was just waiting. I was kind of hoping it had killed the imp. Now this goes upwards. Okay, interesting. So it's not a two-stage one, it just gives me access to this, and then we can probably get further up from the next floor. Okay, and we can't go anywhere this way, so we're avoiding this guy. And going the opposite way. So I assume the way to get up is through here. Or maybe it's not? Kind of difficult to say, huh? Yeah, I thought so. Where are we going here exactly? Like, what's the direction we need to take? Nordic, thank you for the 9 months. Need to have a sip of tea. This place is cold. It's clearly not that way. Okay, we got that. Also kind of rude that it didn't respawn me at the stake of Marika, but I guess that only accounts for the neighboring room. The boss chamber. I think this guy is bait for the guy on the balcony. Yeah, there we go. Mistimed the roll. Okay, so let's take a quick stock of where we need to go. That seems to come through from there. Not sure about the other side. So maybe we do need to come through from that half. Because that now breathes out that way. Is there a way in from this room? Let's just fight this guy to be on the safe side. This doesn't feel like the safe side, but trust me, it is. Duh. And which way, if any, can we go from here? I don't think we can. Yeah, this one I really don't know the layout of, which is kind of catching me off guard here. I'm learning not to get caught out by these guys, though. Crime-based show or movie, something similar to Knives Out. Anything Agatha Christie related, I guess. Need to heal. Yeah, there was a really great Agatha Christie-inspired movie starring Saoirse Ronan a little while ago, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was called. Don't you dare, no precious item ahead. That means there's no way through ahead that way either. This isn't a secret wall or anything, so I think we do have to go through here, but the question is, where now? Is it underneath these arches? Ah, it is, right. That makes sense. Oh, clean rock knights, weird. I guess they are in the Snowfield. See how they run. That's the one. I figured somebody would know it. No, come on. We'll just go around the back here to make sure we don't get hit by that. Yeah, I panicked there. I wanted to get on the thing before the guy who was going to hit me. Get the thing before the guy. Had an almost Wes Anderson vibe to it. Yeah, it kind of did. It was Saoirse Ronan and Sam Rockwell, and it was very, very funny. Saoirse Ronan's hilarious. Oh, this is annoying too, because you probably got to like roll onto it for it to activate, and then, yeah. The triggers for these are just awful. They're all very awkward. And then, of course, that's going to breathe out that way. Yeah. Adrian Brody too, so a decent cast overlap with most of Wes Anderson's films, yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. Dislike this dungeon greatly. Yeah, me too. It's not fun. I think I should probably just use Mohg's Shackle on top of it. Instead of, you know, just wandering into it like we did. This is the one that I think I've only ever done once, and that's why I'm not good at it. But fortunately we found the lever, so that's okay. We'll see how well we do against this boss without any of my usual stuff, but let's at least buff when we go in. Just looked it up, you've already seen it? Oh, okay, fair enough. Worth a try. Putrid, Grave Warden, Duelist. Living up to his name instantly. At least I have Flame Cleanse me if I need it. But I don't think I need it. GG. Oh, that's a good cloak as well. I think I might want that one for a future playthrough. Anyway, we've got Scarlet Rot now, so let's leave. That is the only thing we have left to do in the Snowfield as far as bosses go is the Death Rite bird up here, so we might as well go and do that now. We'll get the Ordina Grace while we're at it. And the Knight's Cavalry Duo, who should be out here somewhere. What do we need to level up right now? 40k. We're getting to the point where we basically have to stack up our runes with like ridiculous numbers. You know what? Let's just wait until nightfall and then do the Knights Cavalry fights here. Today is the day to beat everyone. Hello, cons. We are already 3 bosses in. Did I press the button for that last one? No, because we've done Mohg, the Grave Warden Duelist, and the Erdtree Avatar over here, so one more. There we go. How you doing, cons? How's your day going? And where is the caravan? Perchance? I think they're over here. Wait a second. I've gone the wrong way. Didn't want to go that way. That's fine. The cavalry's over here. Oh yeah, we need to actually have the axe out for that one. I had a weird setup there. Bring it, buddy. Oh yeah, you want to go? Let's go. Good opener. A lot of damage to the horse. Bit more damage to the guy. We did that thing in a samurai movie where they both slash at each other and then only one of them falls. Horse is nearly dead. Get crits. Charged heavy to finish. Nice. That doesn't count as a boss until we kill the other one. So let's kill the other one. Ignore the pages if we can, because they're just a pain. Oi! There we go. Nice. Good hit. Clean. Just gonna re-up my buffs. No, come back. Come back. Literally running the same speed as a horse. Come on, you. Okay, that's the horse almost dead. Okay, that's decent. Oh, I forgot that the horse summons that quickly. Yeah, the heavy switching to that was not as convenient as I expected it to be, but that works. Hey-oh. Beat Malenia without summons yesterday and nearly cried, so having a great day. Lovely to hear it. Oh, and there's another ancient dragon. Nice. We can not worry about that now, since we've already upgraded this to full. With the mace, the boss has a Witch King of Angmar vibe. Oh yeah, no, the Knight's Cavalry armor really does. You need Gideon's helmet for the full story, though. Hello, Anastasia. She hits pretty hard, but I mostly just want to be able to use my horse again. Man, they really throw these at you now. Which is nice, obviously. Whenever Morgoth comes up, you just hear Morgoth. Yeah. All of this epic, heroic fantasy stuff, it all just borrows from everything else. We'll get this golden seed, actually, because maybe we'll have a chance to get one more, and then I'll have maximum flask. There's at least one place I know we haven't beaten a tree spirit that just wouldn't come up otherwise. I'm also going to go and kill this guy, because I think there's a grace up here, and this thing absolutely tanks my frames, so... Yikes. Never mind, sorry I bothered you. This is one of those things that absolutely would not be a concern if you didn't have to come here and do all the bosses. Or maybe get to Apostate Derelict, but... Yikes. Ow. No, 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 oh god. Is that enough? Not quite. A couple more off this foot should do it. And maybe we need to get all 4 of them. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that sounds like it's happening now. There we go. As soon as you see rocks falling from underneath, you know you've done it. All that just so we can fight a death Rite bird. I don't feel good about that. Nice. Okay, cool. I think we'll level Endurance one more time, because I'm not certain how hefty Bernal's armor set is going to be. And he's just sitting there, cheerfully now. It's still nighttime, actually, so we can do this Death Rite bird fight, okay. Just got to make sure that I don't jump off here in the wrong spot and take too much fall damage. Got to ride out, do a quick buff. We've almost got enough that we can use Blood Flame Blade as well. We two-hand and say our prayers. There we go. Where you at? This guy probably has the highest damage output of any of the Death Rite birds, I think. Just based on, like, where he is, you know, the location. So, as hitless as possible, ideally. RIP that octopus or whatever was there. Oh god. He's doing his anime attack. That one just explodes. And then bait him over. Nice. Good clean fight. Thank goodness for that. I always dread the Death Rite birds for some reason. They're such a pain normally. But that was 220,000 runes, which is pretty darn good for a boss fight at this level. So not bad. Yeah. Now we've just got the pair on the Haligtree in this area. But before that, I think we're going to go to Farum Azula. Because now we've got the two-handed sword talisman and everything, we might as well go and fight Fire Giant. I still have Giant Conquering Hero's Grave to do as well, so we should think about doing that in a second. There we go, we'll put one more into FP. Get us slightly closer. Where are we at for that? We need another 70k. We're not going to make it with those. Okay, cool. Mountaintops time. Let's go do this one, yeah. So we'll go to probably Giant's Grave Post and ride along the cliff. Just looking around expecting to find Shabriri here, but he's a little further down. So we're going to this point. Yeah, that's fine. Just a quick ride along the cliffs, past all of the finger creepers and whatnots. Jumper hands. Nope, 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 nope. Say it with me, everyone. Nope, 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 nope. He wanted a high five. That was more than 5. Then if you counted the fingers on a finger creeper lately, there was a lot more than 5. It's more like 12. Anyway. In we go. Yeah, Yamar's letting her hair down. Goes quite well with a feather cloak. Okay, so this one has an Ancient Hero of Zamor boss fight at the bottom of it, so this should be a pretty easy fight, but it's getting down there that's the problem, because we got lots of these guys. And I don't know exactly where we're supposed to go. I also can't remember if this is the one that has the weird... Yeah, it's got the light mechanic going on. So we got to lure these enemies out into the light and dispatch them there. And this is another one where they've got the stupid cold breath. Ow. Back, I say, back. Alright, you, come up here. Come up here and be destroyed. Haha. Get wrecked. Oh, I misjudged the roll. That one I did better. That one was faster. Okay, there we go. A little easier. Now this... we can fix by doing that. No, you don't. Just checking. Didn't expect enemy. You never do. One never does. So if we run this way, probably get to about there and it's gonna, like, flame things, right? Oh no, it just does it there. Makes sense. This is one of those ones where I think you have to... you don't get on top of this, but, like, you can jump down and it reforms a sigil somewhere else, I believe. Ow. Alright. So that's in there. But we don't need that because I don't think a stone sword key is required to complete any of the dungeons. That's like an optional thing. So instead we go here, I guess. And this is the one where it's got... oh yeah, it's got a thing underneath it, yeah.
Well, that's just prime.
Ain't it just? Altair Peak, thanks so much for the 2 months. So now we do this. And then that creates a sigil thing here. Yeah. And then that's how we lure the enemy out of this gate. This reveals a shadow guy. And we got to use this light source to kill him, which should open the door beyond him, right? I think that's how this works. Shadow Troll. Haven't fought one of these guys for a while, actually. This should be fun. It's like I blinded him with my golden vow. Get absolutely trounced. Who needs crits? There we go. Somewhere a heavy guy has fallen. And a heavy door has opened. Any tips for a relative beginner? My brother-in-law's wanting me to race him in beating the main game. Find a sword that you like. Upgrade the sword. Stick with it. I can't really offer much more advice than that, but if your brother-in-law already has experience, then good luck. Okay. Alright. Ancient hero for a reason, I guess. Strong pull-out game. Good fight. Bit anticlimactic boss for such a unique dungeon. Yeah. Also looking forward to getting to this just so we can use Zamor curved sword once we reach the end of the A to Z. But yeah, oh, the other thing that's really worth knowing is once you get whetstone knives, you'll be able to apply affinities to your weapons. Affinities also come with some of the Ashes of War that you can reapply to weapons, and they change the scaling of your weapons. So if you're going for a strength build, like I am right now, put the heavy affinity on your weapon, and that will mean anytime you up your strength, which means better physical resistance and better damage for strength scaling weapons, the strength scaling will actually really, really help you. I think that's probably the best thing that I can recommend as far as learning about the mechanics of this game. What have we been up to so far? How is blocky chopping? Blocky chopping was good. We were just farming some more bee nests through getting oakwood and cherry and a few other things. Right now, we are on our way to fight Fire Giant. We've fought every boss in the Consecrated Snowfield that isn't Malenia or Loretta. We've just beaten Ancient Hero of Zamor. So right now, we just have Fire Giant, everything in Farum Azula. So we've got Godskin Duo, Placidusax, and Maliketh to worry about. But then we have Malenia, Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree on the way down to Malenia, and then just the final boss rush. So we should finish this today. We've been here for about an hour and we've fought 6 bosses, so this one should be okay. Fire Giant with a melee build is often a little painful, but honestly, I think Barbaric Roar will work to our favor here if we find a good spot that he's not going to roll over me. I think the rolling over me is the bit I'm most concerned about. We've got a lot of health right now. We've got nearly completely full flasks. We could just use maybe one more red flask if we find another golden seed somewhere. We are not going to summon Alexander, but the fact that we can means that we've done everything else we need to on his quest, so that's actually really good. The pace decreases as you get further through the game. Oh yeah, the fact that we can fight 150 bosses before we even get to Fire Giant is kind of immense. Okay, we've not even applied any of the buffs yet, so just going to do that real quick. We won't worry about Blood Flame since, I mean, Bleed would be kind of useful, but the Flame part he would be kind of resistant to, so and that's phase 2. Pretty good. Gonna skip this cutscene. We've seen Fire Giants so many times now. Okay, yep, gonna get out of this if we can. Sorry about the view there. The mad taint of his newfound strength or whatever. Okay, this is the bit where you have to be a little careful because he's on higher ground. And he's a problem when he's on higher ground. So I'm going to get away from this. Yeah, whenever he's standing on one of these, like, rocky outcrops or whatever, it's always an issue. Okay, those are exploding. That's good. Let's get back in here. Last hit incoming. Get him in the eye. Oh, dang it. I was really hoping we could hit him in the face. Nice. That's a clean fight. Really good fire giant, actually. I haven't killed all the bosses in the Snowfield. We still have to do the Haligtree, but aside from that, we're off to Farum Azula. That was probably the cleanest fire giant fight I've had for a while. Let's quickly put some more into health. We'll fight Malenia sooner or later, so we need all the health we can get. In the meantime, in between streams, because obviously we had a bit of a break between Thursday and now, I did clone my Elden Ring save data so I could... Oh, that would honestly have been, if I'd fallen off, the first time I've ever fallen off this chain, regardless of how precarious this looks. I did actually clone my Elden Ring save data so I could remind myself of the way down the Haligtree, just so we get there in a relatively swift time. So I got to the bottom and I tried a couple of fights with Malenia. I was not playing particularly like carefully. I was playing kind of sloppy, and I still got to the second phase on the third attempt. So I think we should be fine, especially considering I didn't go to the DLC on that version of the save and get like the talismans and stuff. But then obviously I reverted back to my current save data, so we wouldn't miss anything. Anyway, are you prepared to commit?
I have long observed this world and death. Are you prepared to commit? Very well, let my...
We're always prepared to commit. Yamar is committed. So the one diversion we have in Farum Azula is that we want to be invaded by Bernal so we can get his armor set, because I want to use his armor set. But I am wondering if actually we stick with the Raptor's Black Feathers because it gives us extra damage on jumping attacks, and anything that gives us extra damage is going to be pretty good. Besides which, like, in terms of damage resistance against Malenia, I don't think it's really going to make much of a difference. So... Is there a good and bad ending to this game? I'd say there is definitely a bad ending. I don't know about good. I would probably consider Rani's ending the good ending. But a lot of what happens is morally grey. Am I killing all the dragons in Farum Azula? No, this is an all bosses run, not a like 100% run.
O Erdtree, you shall burn.
And honestly, I don't even need to kill the one dragon I would normally try to kill, because I already have a smithing stone, which is what you'd get from fighting that dragon, so... Yeah, the frenzied flame ending is what I would consider the bad ending. Because that's just, like, pure chaos. The cycle of life and death is completely destroyed and, like... the world would die, basically. And, I mean, you can decide for yourself whether you think that's a good or a bad thing to happen, but...
Thank you.
It'd happen.
For guiding me here.
Yeah, I guess some people would consider Goldmask's ending the good ending, but... some of it also depends quite heavily on, like, translation as well. Like, I think Rani's ending apparently was translated kind of controversially. Like, in the Japanese translation, if you're taking the words literally instead of the localization they did, Rani's ending seems a lot more, I guess, optimistic than it does in the English language version. I don't know. Just what I've heard. I don't really mind either way. I got Rani's ending the first time I played this game. I thought it was the coolest thing, so... Yeah, Dung Eater, also a bad ending. Fia's ending, kind of debatable. I'd say, like, by normal human standards, possibly a bad ending, but by the standards that are set in the dialogue in the game, it's fairly neutral, I guess. It's a bit like the ending of Mass Effect 3, where you're like, I will merge all human life with synthetic life. and everyone's like, okay. Kind of weird that you're the one to make that decision, but sure. Fia's ending is the most confusing one to me. It basically makes zombies canon, is kind of what's going on. Yeah, Fia's ending is basically like... people are allowed to come back from the dead when they die, and nobody is going to prevent that process ever again, basically. It's basically equal rights for undead people. Drip check? Definitely dripping. Covered in blood, actually, yes. Beastmen vicious as usual. I mean, yeah. Fortunately, being a strength build means you're pretty tanky at this point, regardless of your armor set, so... In before dragon. Killing all the dragons could be a challenge for something like the Dragon Scale Blade? Maybe, yeah. We're definitely going to kill all of the boss dragons for the Draconic Communion Seal. Because we'll be doing that for, like, the dragon incantations at some stage, and we'll just do an arcane build for that. But, yeah, I haven't considered. Dragon Scale Blades, Dragon King's Crag Blade is also one. For Placidusax's Remembrance Weapon. Nice. Speaking of Placidusax, going to do that fight for, I think, the first time on stream since the playthrough with Sloy XP. I don't think we've ever done Placidusax as part of the A to Z, so that's kind of fun. But then there's probably over 100 of these bosses that we've never done in the A to Z because of how optional all of them are. Okay, that was hilarious. I got struck by lightning while I was sat at the Grace. Gonna grab that just in case we need it. Don't think we will, but just in case. This is the area where I probably lose a rune arc just by, like, falling off. Almost happened right there, twice, in fact. Now, on this occasion, while I am going to go to the Godskin Duo fight probably the same way, I'm not going to summon Bernal for it. Because you don't have to summon Bernal to get invaded by him. This is just a way to start the fight more quickly because the Godskin Duo is going to be right there when you enter the arena this direction. Oh yeah, that is the one dragon fight we're going to be doing today is Placidusax. I forgot about that. I said earlier that we don't have any dragon fights left. I lied. We have one very significant dragon fight left. That's my bad. This is probably going to go quite badly for me if I don't try and take them on one at a time, though, so let's see how this goes. Let's try and bait Apostle out here first. Although Noble is giving me the walk-up, so mainly worried about them both attacking at once. Which is absolutely what's happening now. There we go. You get clear. Okay, he's dead. Oh yeah, sure, I'll sit in here with you. The you're locked in here with me ploy. Oh, he got over. Okay, now I'm trapped against the wall. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, he's over there now, so... Oh boy. We'll drink. Double fireball, thanks for that. Noble's dead, so... Hopefully now we get some peace. Gotta remember to attack him as he despawns to get more damage off the group health bar. Dang it. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Yeah, that was a little bit of panic rolling at the end there. This seems doable just by myself, though. Gonna use another rune arc just for the extra health. And Blood Flame will be helpful here too. Two hands. Go after Apostle first. And of course Noble has a hit waiting for me. Okay, and that one I just tanked. Just straight up face tanked that. No need. Noble first this time. Try and get a stagger here. Yeah, there we go. So this should be Noble without a phase 2. Okay, and I was trying to get a little bit of extra damage on Noble as he died, but I almost just got wombo comboed the same way by Apostle, so better be slightly more wary of that. Okay, next hit on him should be a stagger. Oh, if it's not, then that's fine. Okay, this is going better than it did. Just going to heal here quickly, just in case. Okay. We can wait. We can wait here. We can actually probably buff. Okay, I just completely jumped over him. Hilarious. They've got so little health left, though. That kills Noble. He just interrupted my heal flask. I just interrupted his life. Good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Could have been better, but I'll take it. Okay, next up. Dragon fights. Just gotta make sure we line up this jump correctly. Whoop. I did it. I'm not going to worry about the Dragon Crest talisman here because we'll get the one from the Haligtree later anyway. And that one I might put in place of the Raw Medallion because I don't think we're going to do any Raws against Malenia. Preference between Bale and Placidusax in terms of like lore or to fight, or what's the criteria here? Who would I side with? Take an absolute golf swing at that bird is a delight every time. As a fight, I did enjoy Bale more. I kind of enjoy Bale more, mainly because of Egon. Like, if there was an NPC like Egon that we could have in the Placidusax fight, I would absolutely go for it. Oh god, this is just visual chaos now. Help. Thank you, God, okay. Now, we don't need to kill this dragon. Doesn't mean I won't. Mostly because it's easier to get it out of the way if we do this. I mean, not if we, like, roll directly into its flame breath. I mean, if we, come over here and attack it. On the other hand, we could just die. That's always a possibility. Bale is cooler, but I don't actually want to do that fight again. I want to do it. I'm gonna fight just to hear Egon's dialogue again. Yeah, the birds made that kind of rough. I will freely admit the birds made that kind of rough. Cool. Did the boss counter not go up for Godskin Duo? Oh no, it's not automated. I do it manually, so I forgot to do it. Okay, we are most of the way through Bird Hell. There we go. This is what I try and do every time, is to get through like that and then just do one of these. Doesn't always work, of course. And again, this dragon has the same problem all the ancient dragons have, which is that you cannot target it to save your life, nor should you try, apparently. Anyway, there's another ancient dragon smithing stone we don't need. What if when you get to the Finger Slayer Blade you'll kill Meta with it? Unfortunately, it's a key item, not a weapon, so you can't. I like the idea, of course, but... Bird! Other bird! Okay, that's the worst part of the game over. And honestly, just killing Meta on its own is probably fine, like the Finger Slayer Blade, regardless of that. I think lore-wise, I don't know if any of the two fingers are still technically like in contact with Meta, so I don't know if it would really make any difference, but I definitely like the idea. You just have to get Rani to do it for you. Of course, New Game Plus is a thing, so you can also get the opportunity to kill Meta with her own head. Jenny, thanks so much for the 32 months. Just started playing Dark Souls 1, killed this knight with the sun logo on his chest, got his armor, it's so cool. I believe this chat message is bait. Just going to go up here and get the Grace and then come back for Placidusax. Did that guy fall down the elevator? Guess not. Is Malformed Dragon Armor better than Crucible Knight Armor in terms of defense? Don't know. We have now maxed out our flasks. For the first time on stream, probably ever, I think. And we're going to use a Rune Arc for this one, because why wouldn't you? First, of course, we have to get by this lad. Which we'll do by interrupting all of his attacks. Okay, time to go. Gotta remember where I drop off this so I don't just die. There we go. Even dropping down to this one, you don't really have much of a chance of survival. You'll probably still take a hit. But no, we're in the clear at this point. Alright, time for game's coolest cutscene. Also, weirdest boss fight trigger. Unrumble. Get absolutely uncrumbled. Me every morning, waking up in my alcove. Screw you, uncrumbles your Farum Azula. Oh, perfect. So very good. Behold the Dragonlord. This is going to be fun. Fight triggers once you get past these pillars, so we'll buff here. And immediately get struck by lightning, of course. Oh yeah. Twice, in fact. Thrice! Struck thrice by lightning. But not a fourth time. Oh, he's doing the big one. Alright, time to actually fight now. I also don't know if Big Lad bleeds, so I don't know if Blood Flame is going to be worth having at all here, but there's a stagger anyway. That should get us to phase 2, or close enough. Oh, you take a while resetting as well, don't you? Yep, okay, there's phase 2. Alright, not the opening I wanted from this, but we'll take it. Ouch. Oh, he's doing the big one again. Alright, peace. I never know quite what the radius on that attack is, so I try not to tempt fate. Alright, where is he? Where's he gone this time? Good timing on that one. Come back here, you. Oh, yep. Makes sense. The trick with this fight really is to stay locked onto him, because even when he teleports, you still have lock on, which is actually kind of rare for a fight like this. Okay, now we get lasers, and of course I don't have access to torrents, so I don't know why I tried to get on my horse. I was like, oh, a big attack is coming, I should get on the horse, right? Nope. Not how it works. No horse eye frames for me. Alright, come back here, you. Okay, this one he's probably going to follow up with Dragon Fire or big lightning bolts. Yeah, this one's fire. Oh, it's the good fire, though, the one I can avoid. And just stay close and hit a couple of times. And then leap over the tail to avoid that one. Dang it, I'm whiffing just because of how far away he is. Alright, one more flyby and I reckon we've got him. Oh, alright, fine. Just gonna quickly heal in case he's got something special planned for me. But that's a fight. None too shabby. One shot, no problem. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in our favor. And I did get down to 2 flasks from, what was it, 13? So, I wouldn't say that was a perfect fight, but I think it went reasonably well once I stopped getting hit by lightning. So, that's 2 more into health. We're at 60 vigor. Pretty much ideal. Let's go fight Maliketh, and then we'll go to Snowfield for the Haligtree. We'll do Malenia before we do the final bosses, before we do Capital of Ash. But then, yeah, we've got 2 in... Snowfield. We've got 2, and I think I've missed counting 1, because we've only got Loretta, Malenia, Gideon, Godfrey, and then Radagon, Elden Beast, all of which count as 1 boss fight. So I think we have missed 1. Either way. It's 160 after this point, because there's only 5 boss fights left. Oh yeah, it's you. Hello. Absolutely bullied the guy. And then, of course, he bullies me right back. Not today. Okay, gonna get all my flasks back for Maliketh just in case this fight goes awry, but we should be alright. I'm wondering if even we put something like Ritual Sword Talisman out in place of Raw Talisman, because I'm really not using Barbaric Raw from this point. Dex shouldn't help much. Oh, Green Turtle is also not a bad call. And we also have Erdtree's Favor, which might be nice. Yeah. I think we're not going to go for Banal's armor set after all. I've been thinking about it this whole time, but I think we'll probably stick with Raptor's Black Feathers just for the jump attack boost. We can also use these, even though the Remembrance weapons are fun. They are not for us on this playthrough. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I was looking for a red object, and I almost went to Mohg Palace again. So we need 18k, which should be, yeah, available to us that way. We'll put one more into strength. We'll keep leveling strength. Honestly, the endurance is nice for just having stamina available to us, but right now we're okay. Beast Clergyman I am less confident on than I am the Maliketh part, so we'll see how this goes overall, but we're dealing pretty hefty damage, so I think we should be fine. I can also take Mohg's Shackle off my quick bar if I want to. I think we'll use the runes from this fight to level Mind as well, so I can try and get all of my buffs done in one one blue flask.
Destined death will not have it stolen from me.
Quick heal after that. Oh, ouch. He got me on that swing. Another quick heal. I don't know how to do this fight hitless at all. Oh, wow. First time that's hit me twice in a row. We'll watch the cutscene this time.
Oh, death. Become my blade once more.
Is that an Italian cold steel Cinquedilla? Time to go doggy mode. What do you call this? Beast Clergyman. Not doggy mode? Look at this man. Ready to fight. Almost didn't lock onto him then, that would have been embarrassing. Okay, first blood. Oh, got clipped by it. Unfortunate, but, you know, we take those. Okay, not too bad. Yep, misjudged that one. Misjudged that one entirely. Spacing was all kinds of off. Love this one. Completely missed, though. Okay, gonna heal now that I have my health bar back. Only to maybe lose it again in the second. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, almost had him. Almost had him. There we go. Got him in the butt. Not our cleanest Maliketh, but honestly, it didn't need to be. Should have used his monologue to equip the gold scarab and get more runes, but never mind. Yamar's unbinding the rune of death. And I'm actually going to run to the bathroom. Be right back.
The rune of death is unbound. And the lands between are shrouded by death's dark fate. But the flames will also burn the impenetrable thorns. Farewell it is then. You'll be Elden Lord yet.
Hello, I'm back. It's me, Yamar. And also, since we're here, 160. $1. Yeah, I don't know which boss I didn't count, but I didn't count one of them. It might have been Godskin Duo. Grady! Welcome in, bud. We just beat Maliketh. We are now headed to the Haligtree to fight Malenia. We got to go and fight the Knight of the Haligtree first. We're going to put one more into mind quickly. Yeah, Maliketh was one try this time. It was not an easy fight, but it was a good fight. Yeah, we need like 70k for this. Never mind. Where's Ordiner? There we go. This is a point where I'll probably die to Black Knife Assassins, but I do have... This is going to be fun for anybody who's still lurking, who's been playing this game recently. I haven't used a buckler for ages. So the Sentry's Torch is a torch that you can buy from the merchant inside of the Lanedale grounds. He's like at this hermit merchant shack up here. If you have this equipped, even if it's on your back, you can see the invisible Black Knife Assassins, which is incredibly valuable news when you come to this place. And also how you fight that one in the Sage's Cave. So, yeah. it's like an item you can buy from a merchant that most people probably don't even notice. But yeah, it's there and you can do it. Emboldened with that knowledge, enjoy. Go forth and absolutely wreck their faces. There are two of them in here, by the way. There's one over there by the little kind of chapel down there, and there's another one that's like over here somewhere, I want to say. So we're going to light these two on the rooftops first, because they're the most annoying ones to get to, mostly because of Albinoric archers. Nope. 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 Okay, I think we're in the clear. The summon always knows where he is? Yeah, that's another good thing. I don't tend to worry about summoning for areas. Like, I usually just summon for boss fights if I summon at all, but that's a pretty smart move, I think. Gonna roll back down over this side. Keep an eye out, because they only show up when they're, like, fairly close to you. But then this ladder, like, the first 3 or 4 playthroughs I did, I parkoured over the rooftops to this one, and then I think on maybe my 5th playthrough, or maybe I was even watching somebody stream it by that point, I saw that there was just a ladder around the back of this building, and were I a violent man, I would have punched something. Absolutely not. Get away from me. So the other one's lurking, like, literally right in front of this. And then you just light the flame and you're good. I said I light the flame and I'm good! Okay, cool. And then you just spam roll until it warps you back to the map. Hilarious. Okay, Haligtree time. Yeah, those guys were all about messing with me. So, we're probably going to die on our way down the Haligtree. Mainly because there's stuff that just likes to push you off the branches. So I'm probably losing my rune arc on the way down here. If I don't, then we can fight Loretta with ridiculous amounts of health. If we lose the rune arc, I will probably not re-enable it until we get to Malenia, just in case, because it's kind of nice to have every tool in the toolkit against Malenia. I'm also finally going to take Mohg's shackle off my quick bar, since we will not need that ever again. Excuse me. So we're going to take this route down off the branches. Mario stomp this one ant. Excuse me. Hup. And the main thing we have to worry about now is the saxophonist up here, who's literally playing, like, it's not even a saxophone, it's a pipe organ he's got. Filled with bubble soap. And then we roll that. And then we roll this. And then we're through. Thank goodness for that. I don't think I've ever done that successfully before without taking damage. So there's a first time for everything. Don't you dare. Welcome to the realm of stuff that tries to push you off and absolutely fails. Whoop. Alright, we're just gonna mosey our way through here. Gonna run up behind this guy and take his lunch. Weird that he wanted to eat that stone, though. And across the bridge here... Oh, I saw a little peek of his wings right there. We should be able to save at this grace. And just fight this guy, who is the smallest of fries. And even on the Haligtree, the smallest of fries does a lot of damage. Okay, so that's first and honestly most fall damagey or most potentially death-fally part of Haligtree done. Oh, and almost backsteps to my doom. Love it when that happens. Kill one snail. Leap this gap. Oh, nearly bottled that one, but we made it. I can probably unequip the Sentry's Torch now as well. That's just for style points. Just in case that guy tries any funny business. Okay, so question is, do we go this way and avoid the mage, or do we go that way and just sprint? I think we go this way and sprint. I will regret this almost immediately. Not terrible. Not too bad. We don't have the shortcut here, but I'm pretty confident I can just do this fight one try, so... Alright, you. Get in the corner. Get in the corner and stay in the corner. Absolutely not. Oh, almost got toasted. We're a single R1 away from victory. And now you've got all the arrows. But it's not enough. Not enough for Zamor. Get wrecked. Okay, okay, that works. That works. That works. Baby game for babies, dude? No, this is where things get a little rough. Honestly, on my like speed run down here when I dupe my save just to see am I good for Malenia, I think I beat that fight in about half the time. I was just so laser focused on getting to the bottom of the Haligtree. I was like, yeah, you know what, we're just gonna cruise through this one. I was still getting points out of that. I might put one in strength and one in endurance. Like, obviously we're really ramping down from the point where we can get a ton of additional damage, but points are points, you know? It all adds up. Where is Flint? Show me Flint. I think the only other place we potentially die is in that chapel where you get the Dragon Crest Great Shield, because it's probably going to be full of bugs. And the bugs are kind of the worst. Hello, you. Oh, yikes, we got... absolutely run through. That wasn't the worst outcome of this part, though, because the worst outcome of this part is that the knight just throws you off the bridge, which is very funny when it happens. What are my thoughts on the Mimic tier? Experienced it yesterday for the first time watching someone. It's strong, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, like, it's definitely a tool that people can use if they have a rough time with this game. And I definitely used it a lot on my first playthrough. I agree, it's very strong. On the first few playthroughs of this A to Z that I'm doing right now, I still used it because I was less familiar with the weapons. And would probably still use it myself if I was on a weapon that I didn't really like very much or that I had a hard time dealing damage with. But seriously, again, come on, guys. We can't keep meeting like this. Listen, can you just, yeah, thanks. Good explosion, well done. So, for this part, we're actually going to go down this way. Which should hopefully help us dodge the stuff that you're hearing over there. Amazing how much stuff Scarlet rots you around here, though. It's almost as if it's leading up to a Scarlet Rot boss. What are you doing? Okay. Well, that seemed to work, despite the fact that I was one-handing the entire time. Ooh, Yamar's got a new hat. You can go this way? Oh, you can go all sorts of ways around here, dude. There's so much. So yeah, we're conveniently behind the Erdtree avatar that's outside of there now, so we don't have to fight him. And yeah, let's mosey on down. Mimic Tier used to be even stronger before they nerfed it in one of the early patches. Yeah. There are a couple of summons that are circumstantially better than Mimic Tier, but especially if your build is optimized, if you have a Mimic Tier in play, it's easy mode. But some people want easy mode for this game, and that's entirely fine. Like, I'm all for it. I have definitely done that. Of course. Of course you hit me in midair. Alright, well, we're going to do the backstep strat across here, just so it's slightly faster. Probably going to have to turn around and hit these guys in a second. Going to drink one of these. Then we're going to drink another one of these. And then we're going to clear off the Scarlet Rot before we have to fight this guy. Entirely unfair that they are as fast as they are in this medium. Alright. We should be in the clear. And now it's backstep strats over here. Does the Erdtree avatar drop anything? If it does, it's not worth it. It's my general consensus on that. My verdict. I knew it was going to happen. I'm just heading down to fight Malenia early, guys. Don't worry about it. You got all the way to the end and you fall off the stupid branch. You fool! New Game Plus makes it so Scarlet pools don't slow you like in regular game? Really? I don't think so. Not something I've really messed around with much, though, because I don't think I've done New Game Plus beyond just going through the required route for the base game again. Like, I haven't done Lake of Rot or this. Slippery log, yeah. It's one of those like rotating logs that you get in a game show circa 1995. Just going to try and go straight across the waterfall this time. No unexpected detours to fight Kindred of Rot. Okay, that should do. Let me out. I want out. Not today. Get my quarter of a level back. Yes, see that other person falling off? Exactly the way I fell off. That may as well have been me. May have been view bait. Yeah, potentially. And for such inconsequential, like, topics as well. Okay, so from this point, like I said, I'm not going to reactivate my Great Rune until we get to Malenia, just because I expect I will die in the chapel bit over here where the defense talisman is. And we are going to equip that for this fight because most of Malenia's damage is physical. At least in phase 1. Slippery when rot, yeah. Okay, that guy's down there now, which makes this whole bit a lot easier as long as none of the pest threads reach me. Okay, we forward roll, we backward roll, we get out of here. Run, 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 run. Hit the elevator button, off to one side, heal, and we're down. Okay, good. So we're going to equip that maybe in place of Green Turtle. But honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Either way, let's check in with our build. Let's check in right now. We'll keep Flame Cleanse Me on the wheel because we might get Scarlet Rotted and it might save our life. We've got Battle Axe 25. We're not going to need the Highland Axe. Because Barbaric Roar is not really going to help me at this stage, so we'll take that off. We're not going to get anywhere near a light roll. I'm just trying to streamline things slightly here. I think this is all fine. We have 2 sets of Crucible Greaves because one's from the tree. Tree Sentinel Gauntlets actually give us slightly better defense. They look goofier though. Tree Sentinel Greaves are honestly slightly better as well. We're keeping Raptor's Black Feathers because it gives you extra jump attack damage. And then it's really just about style. Like, do we want to go in like this? Do we want to have our face out? Honestly, I think the Knight's Cavalry Helmet's coolest. I think it goes really well with the cloak here as well. With just a mass of feathers. I think the gold gloves are pretty funny. I think the Crucible Gauntlets look better generally. But we're not going to see them from this side anyway because we're going in facing forward. Okay. Oh, also 161. We beat Loretta. We've now only got 4 boss fights left in the whole game. Or at least in the base game, because we're only doing the base game here. Just going to do all of this before we go in for the cutscene. Turns out I didn't have enough mind after all. Let's go. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen this one. I kind of matched the tree in the background. I've got all of these roots and tendrils coming off me. Yeah, we're not going to one-try this, but we'll give it a few attempts. Has been a while since I've fought this one. Aside from my little practice round the other day. I think the last time we actually fought Malenia might even have been, like, on stream at least, on the playthrough as Loux. And we didn't come here on the DLC playthrough either. We only came here for the first co-op run. And then I think it took 2 of us both summoning Mimic Tear. But that's because the co-op mod increases boss health and stuff, so we were having a pretty hard time with it. And I wanted to keep Sloy alive, which was difficult to do.
I dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return.
To be fair, I've had dreams like that. Not often, you know. I'm not a not actually a psychopath, but sometimes
Heed my words.
the brain does weird things.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
And my left hand is made of duct tape.
And I have never known defeat.
It's the first time for everything. It's not right now. Oh, she cancelled. I didn't realize she could do that. Didn't realize she could basically nope out of that move mid-air. That's wild. Nice. Clean stagger. Gonna go with a charged heavy. She's gonna waterfowl. Nope. Huge hit. Never mind. She's gonna waterfowl in a second. I just need to back off and heal. Was trying to bait it out. Never mind. She almost went for the grab there. That one I never know how to dodge properly, and I feel bad about that fact. My dodge game is way off right now, and I'm not going to be able to dodge this. Oh, we did. Never mind. So delayed. Honestly, if she was a normal boss, we might have gotten her down to like quarter health at that point, but man, it's a rough one. It's a very rough one. Yeah, I'm playing incautiously. I could be more aggressive and we might get further, but I think I'm also just trying to not throw everything at it right up front. We'll bust another rune arc. Oh yeah, I can probably start buffing inside the arena because she takes ages to walk up to you to begin with. She'll run for a little bit and then, yeah, she slows down a bit. Gives us time. Sweats us a little bit. Okay, the interrupts are very good. Oh, I was hoping for a stagger. I did not time that well. Oh god, waterfowl from here? Yeah, that one I kind of ate a little bit, but that's fine. Just gonna heal to full. Nice. Clean hit. Dang, it didn't leave myself enough stamina for that one. Alright, let's go again. Of course. Dang it, I missed that one. Okay, quick heals. Give me a stagger, come on. She heals so much from just kicking you. It's the worst. Really? Oh, I forgot about the follow-up. No way, dude. We're dancing around each other at this point. We can kill her, but I'm going to try buffing quickly first. Back to two-handed. Dang it, I bottled that. Absolutely. Okay, never mind. Phase 2 it is. Okay, full heal and no chance of this coming through for us, but we'll try anyway. Had to tank that just for the single hit we were going to get. Ouch. No. Ah, so close. More than halfway down, that's not bad for attempt number 2. I also skipped the cutscene, but I think it'd be worth having the cutscene just for the thumbnail, for the epic thumbnail. I think we'll go in without a rune arc this time. Unwise though that seems, I don't really have the reserves at this point. I think we can probably go and buy some rune arcs from merchants, but I think we'll try without for once. Didn't actually see why we're doing all base game bosses. It's because the hero class starts with this weapon, so actually getting a hold of the weapon wasn't a challenge in the way that some of the others have been. So I decided it was something that sounded like what a hero would do, is go and fight every boss in the game, you know? Dude, that heavy, like charged heavy, is a lot of damage if we can pull it off, but she's really got to give you time to swing, and she doesn't always do that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that was a waste. That was really a waste. Follow age, $1. What can we do differently? Buff once we're in here. Yeah, she's giving us time. Give me a minute, lady. She's actually takes more fire damage when she's not in the water. Didn't leave myself enough health there. And she's pressing the advantage. Gosh. I think you followed around when I was doing the Netherite Beacon? Really? That's a while ago now. Yeah, it would have been probably 2021. That was a while ago. That was Survival Guide Season 1. Oh, this time she's right here. Hello, can I have a minute? Nice. Okay, clean. Got a different name back then? Really, huh? There we go. Okay, well, we didn't end up healing her too much from that, even though she hit me about 40 times. So that's okay, I guess. Alright, we're both resetting. Nice, don't mind that. That one's a freebie if you can roll at the right time. So I feel good about that. Gotta make sure we're locked onto her though, of course. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Bad time to heal though. And she just immediately combos me. That went really well up till that point though. I think we've probably got a couple of good attempts in this. You followed on your birthday? That's awesome. Okay. Once more without Rune Arc, and then we'll try again with, I think. Starting to get a feel for this again. Come on, bring it. Bring another one. Good. Okay, freebie. Okay, now we get waterfouled, probably. It's usually around the halfway point, so there it is. Roll forwards, roll right. Nice. Oh, and then she gives us the dukes anyway. Seriously, like, I'm tapping roll at that point, and I think I'm just tapping it as she hits me, and so it's not registering an input because I'm interrupted too quick. I think I just need to be more deliberate about rolling. This time she's not going to give me time to do Blood Flame. Oh, maybe she is. Okay, I didn't quite have the sprint down. Nice, good hit. Okay, now I know what to look for, which is kind of crucial here. We can be aggressive. She's close to stagger, I think. Unless we caught her in the middle of a move. Which means we would have passed her, like, stagger thresholds. Is it my first try at Malenia? I mean, the first try for this run, not my first time ever fighting her. But after this, we've only got Capital of Ash left to do, so we are hopefully still going to do this today. With this weapon? I mean, yeah. This is the first time we've fought her in the Elden Ring A-Z, like, project. And definitely my first time fighting her with a weapon that I didn't, like, pick as a really strong contender going through the rest of the game. Like, this is the first time it's been like, this weapon is mandatory for me to use. Yeah, I knew that was going to miss. I hate that. Like, you can't turn 180 degrees. Alright, let me heal. Give me a moment. from one of those charged heavies. Okay, we're in the corner now. She's just gonna bully me. Yeah, that one, I don't know how to roll out of it if you're that close to her. Like, I can do the next set of rolls, but not the first one. Doesn't matter how big the arena is, she always backs you into a wall. Honestly, like, any of the fights I've done before, I've usually won by backing her into a wall and just keeping the pressure up. But again, I've done this with Mimicked here a lot more than I've done it without, so... I'm doing all the buffs too early, but we can run in. We can go and meet her. Oh, and she's running to me. Okay, that works. All right. Nice. We were hitless up until that point. Just gonna get a quick heal in. There we go. Yep, thought so. Run away from it this way. Roll towards. And then roll sideways if you can. Okay, that one I'm glad actually hit. We didn't get the grabbed, which is surprising considering that I was not really evading the grab. And now she's just spamming that. Okay. Didn't need the second heal, but we'll take it anyway because she has some pretty hefty hits. Yep, same. This one's free. Nice. Okay, close to phase 2. Probably a charged heavy into phase 2. Okay, cool. We'll watch the cutscene this time, because we didn't last time. This time we might be able to get a couple of buffs in just quickly. Honestly, Blood Flame is not actually getting to the point where it bleeds her, because this isn't a bleed weapon, so I don't know how useful that's going to be, versus Golden Vow, which gives us strength and defense, which might be kind of useful, so... I'm going to aim for that. But I don't have another blue flask, so I can't do all three. One or the other.
Wait.
Still such an epic soundtrack. Yes, now we know where Miquella has gone. Completely abandoning his sister.
The scarlet bloom flowers once more.
I like the way her hair is like stretched out across the wings. That's kind of wild. It sort of becomes roots. Now we have yet more butterflies for anyone who enjoyed the Romina fight.
It's true. Horror.
You will witness true horror. Briefly focuses on Miquella in the background.
Now, rot.
Okay, let's actually do the fight. Let's try and do the fight. Golden Vow. Oh, we can get Blood Flame as well. We may as well. Okay, immediately need to heal. Not good. The dodge feels slightly different in the second phase. She's also way more aggressive, which is a problem for me when I need to heal. And she's also completely healed, basically. Again? Seriously? We're just doubling up on those now? Oh, come on. How many of those are you going to do? Apparently, at least one more. Give me a moment. Okay, gosh. I avoided getting hit until that moment, basically. And now we're dead. Yeah, rough. She would not come down for that entire fight. It's like she knows I'm a melee build. I was mostly trying to look for places to heal there, but that was not great. I think I spent too much time buffing, so I couldn't go in and get a couple of decent hits while she was still standing up. Either way, I think we're going to use a rune arc for this one. I don't know why I'm still using Blood Flame Blade, but I think it still adds damage, so we may as well try. That was a couple of solid hits. This one's for free? Okay, cool. Again, I really hate that it doesn't let me hit at that point. And it also takes me 3 flasks to fully heal. Okay, saw her reset there, so that's good. Same there. Nice, okay. Didn't get the stagger, but... I mean, didn't get to riposte, I mean. We'll heal here. She's probably going to waterfowl again in a second. Or just let me get a charged heavy, I guess. Or jumping heavy. Speaking of jumping heavies, we're getting another one. Okay, Gonna prep Golden Vow. Just in case we get a second phase. I'm wary of a second waterfowl dance right now, so I'm gonna back off. Make sure I'm at full health. She's not doing it if I try and bait it, so... we follow up on those. Nice. I think she was about to do it right there, actually. Okay, Golden Vow. It takes a little while to cast that, but at least it gets rid of the... Oh, and then I just completely missed the attack. And now she's back on the constant jumps. Okay, rough, rough. I need room to heal. I'm not getting it. Okay, we got it there. And then completely wasted again.
Let your flesh
Rough.
be consumed by the scarlet rot.
How many more rune arcs can I go and buy? Is my main question. Like, I think this guy has some. I think we might have bought them already. It's so hard to get room to heal in second phase. Like, second phase, we kind of have to keep up as much pressure as she's giving us, and that's...
Well, divorce.
Yeah, I would... divorce me from this game, please. The fact that he just goes, divorce, and I'm like, not today, my friend, not today. I think this guy also sells rune arcs. The question is, have we bought them yet?
You again don't want it.
We have.
All done?
Understandable. Other merchants. There's a couple in Caelid. I don't know if this guy had any.
Back unused in this.
Didn't have any, okay. That's fair. Yeah, the Mohg Caves one might have. I don't think this guy has any. Where is he? Over here? Yes, I got the one from outside the capital. That's the first guy I went to.
Trading it.
He doesn't have any. I don't think the guy in the Mistwood has any. This guy probably doesn't either. What about this one? I think I've missed most of the ones that you get from just going through the base game. You also get a bunch from doing invasions. Okay, this guy doesn't have any. Yeah, I don't think any of the ones on Weeping Peninsula do then. Garank definitely doesn't. And there aren't really any up here. So I guess we're doing this without the rune arcs then. Unless there's some others somewhere that I have not yet been to, but... I know there's a merchant on Mount Gelmir. He might have some. And then I think Moore has some in the DLC. Can you drop down to this guy? Take a little bit of fall damage.
Welcome, dear customer.
Love that you could see I was a customer from on top of the cliff. And he also doesn't have any. Great. Wonderful. Found that guy for no reason. You okay there, bud? They're just queuing up at this point. The first guy fell off the ladder. That's so great. I guess we're just going to go in and do this normally. What's the plan for the torches in general? Try and use them to fight and maybe get a good support weapon if they're not that great. Honestly, with any of the torches, I feel like potentially the play is do a faith build, use any of the fire incantations like catch flame or whatever, and just be like, this is the flame from my torch. Okay, I'll take that, but I need to heal after this. This is probably a waterfowl dance. Yep, thought so. Probably dead. Yeah. Can I use the Mimic? I can. I would prefer not to. Kill Meta with the Chinquidea? I mean, also a possibility. Not sure how easy it is to get a crit on Meta. Like, how do you stagger? How do you stagger something with that many limbs? She's basically a hovercraft. I'm once again doing all of my buffs before I enter the arena, which means they probably wear off by the time I actually get to lay a hand on her. Poor timing. Poor timing on the heal. Yeah, really gotta wait for her to reset before I heal. Of course.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
You can stagger Meta, I've done it, and by I mean the Dung Eater, yeah. The only other notion I had for what we could do with this fight is to equip another battle axe and change our playstyle to using like dual wielded battle axes and like the power stance moveset, but I don't know if that's really going to help. We'd obviously have to fully upgrade this, but I think we have the means to do so. I just don't think it's going to make a whole lot of sense. We've also got our two-handed sword talisman at this point. I think I'm just going to leave myself without a whole lot of stamina available, and I think she has too many things where hyper armor just breaks through that. But we can try it maybe. Can you change the Ash of War on it? Yeah, I mean I have already. Barbaric Roar is not the Ash of War you get with this axe. Okay, now I can heal. Okay, that time the dodges didn't work. It's all about the timing. We have the X and Y axes, yeah, very good. So I'm going to try this for maybe another half hour or so, let's say. And if we have not triumphed by that point, we can come back and do this fight along with the end of the game on Thursday. I absolutely despise that sometimes that charged heavy just does not hit. I'll take the heal here, I think. Is Malenia the hardest boss in the game? In the base game, yes. Final boss of the DLC definitely takes it for the DLC, but...
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
I went for R1s instead of R2s, and it cost me the entire run. Yeah, everybody except Grady thinks Malenia is the hardest boss in the game. Saw her reset, we went for it, it paid off. This time she waterfowls me. Thought so. Nice. Really annoying that you can't hit her out of that stagger to trigger the next phase, because I definitely did enough damage to do that. Difficult. But still. Best attempt we've had so far, I think. Oh, and I paused on the edge of the stupid area of effect. Quick heal. Probably shouldn't have done it, but we did it anyway. Quick heal here as well. Completely whiffed the follow-up. Tank the Scarlet Rot in case we do any damage. Okay, worth it just so we could actually take a hit. Yeah, she has a lot of poison phase 2, which is annoying. I mean, you can interrupt her, but you can't stagger her, so... I think that's where I need to maybe stay on the ground and do fewer jumping heavies, because I think I whiffed a couple of those that I should really have hit. Yeah, the first phase definitely went better. I gotta stop trying that.
I am Malenia,
Really gotta stop trying that.
Blade of Miquella.
I think in order to incentivize myself to stop trying that, I might swap out the Axe Talisman for the Dragon Crest Great Shield, just so I take a bit less damage. And I'm not incentivized to do charged heavies. I think, honestly, if I stuck to a playstyle of just attacking normally with the axe, instead of trying to do, like, the optimal amount of damage each time, we might get something out of that. Because this thing does a reasonable amount of poise damage with a regular R1. Not to mention the R2 is pretty hefty too. Something else I need to do is start rolling past her.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Axe is too short for that turnaround, never have a problem with it on longer weapons. Yeah, I think I'm just starting it from the wrong angle every time. Let's go back to this, just briefly. I think I need to stop rolling away from her. When she's running at you, it's difficult, but I need to start rolling through. She just doesn't have a huge hitbox, so that you can't get as many, like, advantages from rolling past her the way you can with some of the bigger bosses. She's a lot closer to the player's size. Okay. Semi worked, semi didn't. Depends heavily on the attack, right? Yeah. Rolling forward into a grab is never a great idea, though.
Blade of Miquella.
Always the human-sized bosses that are most difficult. Yeah, I mean, you can't just swing wildly and hope you hit something. Although, since we're not using Barbaric Roar, it would be quite funny just to put Wild Strikes back on this. And when she starts her second phase, just jump in and hold down L2 to win. We also don't have Shard of Alexander, which would help massively with something like that. Let's just try it the cheese way. L2 isn't just a make win button, but I think you could do pretty well with that later. She has too much stuff that just poises through it. Too much hyper armor. I think Wild Strikes might be it, though. Sit. Sit down. Waterfowl dance. Yep. And that time she was cramped into a smaller space because we were against the side of the arena. The problem with this boss is that even if we went the parry route, she still takes 3 parries to stagger. And at that point, you basically just have to focus on parrying instead of focusing on being aggressive yourself. I think it's not worth it considering she can heal. Okay, that time I just jumped up into her sword. Just a novel new approach I'm trying. That one I need to roll forwards through it. Parry the platypus. Yeah, no, it takes 3 parries. It's kind of the worst. But then you've got to have a weapon that does like a really solid crit rating. Like you got to have a Misericord or something, right? Something that has a really high crit. Well, those were good rolls that time. Wasted all my stamina. Waiting for any of those to be a stagger, and none of them were. But that's fine. They can't all be staggers. That one can be. Waterfowl number 2 was coming up at some stage. This time I'm not even going to bother with the Golden Vow or anything. Okay, she just went for it.
Let your flesh be consumed.
I guess after you deal a couple of hits at that point, she just automatically gets up instead of still taking her time, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, this changes very little because the other Ash of War wasn't really my plan anyway, so having Wild Strikes changes nothing. And it did interrupt a couple of her attacks there, but then obviously she has stuff that comes out a bit later in the fight anyway. And Waterfowl Dance. Maybe not. Now we get it, though. There we go. I'll take a heal. Cool. The fact that she always ends a combo with that is so annoying. And that I forget to roll through every time, and then halfway through I start trying to roll forward, and then I just lose it. Then I am doing this with just a battle axe, basically, so I will give myself some credit. Stay back.
Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Yeah, the second phase is going okay. See you later, casual gamers. Have a good one. She slowed down a little bit there, which I appreciate. Okay, thought I had the stamina there, but guess not.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Yeah, we'll try a couple more times, then I might try the double axes thing. We need a few more runes, but we can get those pretty easily. I don't think it's going to do much, because I don't think interrupts or poise is really a problem here. I think it's mostly just execution. As in, she keeps executing me. Well. Oh, we got one back. Nope. Nope, still nope. You will let me have room to heal. I'm running away for a reason. It's because I need space. Give me space. Oh, apparently that still took damage from me despite it being literally her fingernails grazing me as she went past. We're going in with Wild Strikes again. Every time, she's just up in the air immediately. Follows every combo with it, man. I'm sick of it. See? Immediately up in the air again. Duh. That time I just completely forgot how to dodge it mid-fight, so... Better than we've done so far, though, so that's progress. Putting this back on for a second. I continue to be convinced that Bloodflame Blade is doing something. Gotta stop whiffing those jump hits. They're the best tool in my entire arsenal of attacks. Okay. Of course. Oh, No. I was like, we keep missing each other. Somebody's got to make contact. And yeah, it was her. Yeah, she's just up in the air constantly now. It's like... Some of them you can dodge. Some of them are pretty straightforward. Like... Whenever she's creating, like, landmines in front of her, I can just about deal with that. I think Wild Strikes has been a good opener so far, but... Where we go from there, I don't know. So annoyed. Sit down. Teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid. She's just zipping around. She's got the zoomies. I don't know if that did more or less than a crit would have done. Yeah, healing mid waterfowl dance is a little bit cocky, I will say. A little bit ridiculous. See, this is the point where if she's, like, dancing backwards to get away from me, you can corner her here, keep the pressure up, you're okay, but then she can occasionally do those sideways hops that get her a lot more distance. She's also, I think, getting better at dodging my jumping attacks. Yeah, I was hoping I could roll when I came down from that, but... Definitely one of those rather you than me games? Oh, sure, yeah. Again, like... Having done the base game 20 times at this point, I'm really confident that we can absolutely crush whatever's left of the base game. With the exception of this fight, because I've only ever done this fight a couple of times. And basically every time I've done it in the past, I've done it either with summons or somebody else in co-op, so... Strategy has changed to just counterattack.
Blade of Miquella.
Yeah, I do really wish that some of the stuff that happens in the DLC affected the base game more. Like, I genuinely wish there was more interplay between the two of them, but also that's would require a significant amount of, like, programming and some actors to come back and re-record voice lines, and it just doesn't seem like the kind of thing they do with DLC, unfortunately. It's kind of a shame. Okay, I thought I hit her there, so something's going wrong. Might just have been a ground height thing. Not even halfway down the health bar, but I guess we'd inflicted the right amount of damage. She just healed a lot of it. No, just this one isn't good.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella.
Yeah, I think they still had the story in mind for the DLC stuff. They just I guess you never know when you're developing a game like this if you're going to get DLC, if it's going to be, like, popular, or... I can't imagine this game ever flopping, but then I'm not the game developer who made it, so... That's what that looks like when it goes right. Okay, this is another one where we get waterfouled immediately afterwards, so I'm actually going to start running away now. Get some space and heal, because I was about half health. And bait it out. And that's what that looks like when it goes wrong. Quick heal. Okay, cool. Got a couple of R1s in. Okay. Yep, she did it again. Okay, not the worst we've done so far, but this attack is also a problem, and I'm getting hit by all of it. And I left myself with like 5 health and still decided to attack.
By the scarlet rot.
First time we've seen that one, though. I do find it exceptionally funny as well that she... Kind of like how you can still damage Godskin Duo while they're despawning, she continues to heal off you even though you're, like, disappeared at that point. Yeah, that attack's a lot of fun. And again, I just don't have the timing of this boss because it's been so long since I fought her that I don't have the practice. I think we actually got past the stagger threshold there. While she was doing something else, and so we never got the stagger even though we'd probably inflicted enough damage. There we go. We'll take one anyway. Hey 13th, thank you for the good luck wishes. It's going fair so far. It was too quiet. Okay, that was just panic rolling. We need a full heal after that. And now she's healed up a lot more than she was. Literally got to wait for her to get up from that because you can't stagger her into the next phase. Like, you can't riposte and have that trigger phase 2. Don't know what just happened to me, by the way. That time, successful dodges. And it probably won't matter because I have no healing flasks left. And I keep tanking hits like that one. And the stagger will not matter because I have like 5 health left. And I won't be able to get anything in after this. The problem is after this I could run in and do wild strikes, but I don't know where the damage tick stops. Unbelievable. Yes.
The mark of a true lord.
Denial until it's done. We managed it.
Dear Miquella,
Let me just, yeah, 17 health. 17 is my lucky number.
I'm sorry.
I have quite literally 17 health left. Okay, well, I kind of hate that I was going into that defeatist, but, you know, fake it till you make it, apparently. Yeah, let's just put 2 more points into strength and let's go finish the game, good lord. Yeah. We're just gonna crush this real fast. Great, wonderful, excellent. I don't know where else we can go and get rune arcs. Like, I don't know if the Twin Maiden Husks will have any. It's almost 8 o'clock here. My partner is streaming right now, so... fairly certain I will not be needed for anything until they're done and it's time to make dinner. Oh, there are 5 rune arcs right here. Well, we'll buy 4 of them. You know what, we'll buy all 5. Whatever. 162. Okay, time to go fight Gideon. Time to go fight Gideon. The funny thing about this is that, Capital of Ash, there we go. Lanedale, Capital of Ash. Gideon is going to have extra attacks because of us having fought every boss in the game up until this point. But it no longer matters. That is, yeah, the first time I can remember. Like, I might have done it without summons before, but that is genuinely one of the first times I can remember having done it without summons. So, pretty proud of myself. It took like an hour and a half, but we did it. And then Grady is like, oh, I beat her in like 13 tries. Maliketh's the hardest boss in the game. Oh yeah, we can just walk up there, never mind. Let's, go back to that. I think everything else is good, though. Like, we're not using, Barbaric Roar anymore. Oh, Cons, thanks so much for gifting 5 subs. Sorry, I missed the alerts on that one. I was too busy celebrating. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The standard, you beat Malenia, have some money. Zerotron, I think at this point, I'm gonna encourage everybody to make sure you do your best to spell the boss's name M-A-L, just because of, you know, the current climate, let's say. Anyone count the attempt number? It was definitely more than 20. I think maybe sub 30, but that's generous. He's literally hitting me with his mace because he can't do anything at this range.
Queen Marika has high hopes for us, and we continue to struggle.
The bleed got him out of the attack. He was trying to evoke my recent trauma.
Not even you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like I said, it's going to be so fun getting back to the fights that I know super well after having done one that I really don't. So, yeah, that was Gideon. Blink and you'll miss him. 690 damage as well. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, moving on. Moving on from that guy, let's put this back, shall we? Blinked and missed. We can summon Nefeli for the Godfrey fight, but why would we when we've just beaten Malenia? Oh yeah, 163. Wait, it didn't... Hello? Thank you. Didn't come up for a second there. There it goes. One sec, one sec. Five-minute poll for which ending we're going to use, because we have two of them. We have two of the special endings, and we can also just do the Age of Fracture ending, which is the standard one. So, cast your votes now. We have Ranni, we have Fear. What's the hardest Remembrance boss in the Lands Between to no hit? I mean, I think Malenia is just the hardest boss across the boards. As far as no-hit things, I have absolutely no idea. Like, never tried it. Did Ranni yourself when you beat it for the first time? Haven't seen Fear yet? Okay. Good reason to vote.
It's been a long while, Morgoth.
Yeah, kind of surprised that Fear is winning so emphatically, but then I guess people want to see something a little different. I guess we did Ranni's ending last time.
Long and hard didst thou fight.
I see Ranni, I pick Ranni. Also fair.
Spurned by the grace of gold.
It is my favorite ending. What's up, Sensei Sammy? Welcome in. You just missed us beating the hardest boss in the game. So we're here to finish up the game at this point.
Alas, I am returned.
He's back.
To be granted audience once more.
I like how his lion also has like a circlet or a tiara or something.
Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
And this is my cat. Let's go, Godfrey. I also have an axe. Oh. Got hit by that one. The rhythm of this fight is throwing me slightly, having had to just deal with Malenia, so... There we go. Phase 2. We're watching all the cutscenes this time.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Siraj.
You leave that cat alone. One of the more brutal things that happens in this game, and it's a very brutal game. This is the Elden Ring equivalent of a character taking their training weights off, apparently. He's like, oh.
I've given thee courtesy enough.
And his accent completely changes, somehow. This and Fire Giant Part 2 is so brutal. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now I fight as
I actually skipped that cutscene this time, and I mostly skip it because
warrior.
it is kind of grim, yeah. Okay, here we go. Just gonna get a quick heal in here and get powerbombed for it, I guess. Incredible work. One quick heal again. Oh, it got kicked. That's what I was waiting for. Oh no. Another quick heal after that. Yeah, try it.
Thy strength befits
It's back in our comfort zone. Back in our comfort zone. Elden Beast is going to be so good. I reckon we can get to 80 strength. I reckon we got the stones. This guy's 40, yeah. Oh, 30. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we can crack 2 more. Perfect. Radagon Space Dino time. Yep. 80 strength. 693. 84 runes left. Time to go finish the game. Oh yeah, this I'm not worried about. This I'm definitely not worried about. Still gonna buff because dealing damage is dealing damage. And in Radagon's case, while he doesn't bleed, the flame part of Blood Flame will probably still deal some damage, so... Let's go! 164. Don't have to worry about the boss counter after this stream. Why is it showing there's 238 bosses in game? It's not in base game, it's in the whole game, including DLC. Or alternatively, it's telling you every fight that's a duo, it's counting the individual bosses. So, like, yeah, there's a couple of duo fights, there's a couple of trio fights. It might count Godfrey and Hoarah Loux as 2 separate fights when they're technically some others. And maybe it's also counting, like, all of the ulcerated tree spirits and Erd tree avatars that show up as random enemies. As far as base game goes. But, like, I'm using a checklist that ticks everything else off. So... in the entire game, I think 238 is an accurate number. In the base game, it's 165. Yeah, this is going to be much easier than Malenia. Love this fight. This fight I have done 20 times before. Let's go. I'll take it. We traded. See, this fight, it lets me hit him when I do my follow-up heavy swing. Why did it not let me hit Malenia that way, huh? They both got red hair. It's the same thing, right? Oh yeah, that one doesn't let me hit him while he's getting up. Something else I learned about this one. That you can sometimes roll out of there and get behind him. In this case, it didn't let me, but never mind. Interesting. He's really trying to hit me with the wombo combo this time. That one got me, I'll give you that. And that's almost Radagon. There we go. Okay, okay. We Golden Vow after these. Time to Wild Strikes a Beast. Not 165 yet, Zerotron. 165 after this one. These are technically the same boss because you don't get to, like, rest and heal and stuff between them. Yes, Dan, I saw that Fear won, thank you. This will be pertinent information in a second. Random echo in the background getting knocked about? Yeah, that's because I play without headphones on, so you're probably hearing a little bit of it duplicated through my speakers. That's not the end of the world. It's much more comfortable playing without headphones on for me. Yeah, Radagon is phase 1, Elden Beast is phase 2. Well, friends, this is our final boss fight, provided that I win, I suppose. But I'm not too worried about Elden Beast at this stage. They were talking about another player shade? Oh, interesting. Huh. He's like, oh, wild strikes, you say? I've also got those. And I'm like, no, you don't. Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny? Something like that. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there. Okay. Got a little bit into it that time. Keep throwing my timing off by trying to stick an extra hit in there. And this is where I start running because I don't much like this attack. Also, something else I discovered recently from watching, I think Solar Venatrix was playing as doing this fight. Turns out the way to dodge waves of gold on Torrent is just to run sideways as fast as you can. So let's see if that works. I guess not. I think maybe you have to be slightly further away when it starts. That's right. That's right. Please give us a stagger. Oh, no way. Yeah, we're not getting enough damage in for one of those. Okay, this time it's 3 rings, though. At least we're getting the full sequence. Get out of this tree! Not your tree anymore! Get wrecked. Ladies and gentlemen, that is every boss in Elden Ring base game with the battle axe, except for Rykard, who we beat with the Serpent Hunter, because doing anything else is frankly masochistic. There we go. And now Zamor can rest. Finally. At the final grace. Still wearing the Tree Sentinel gloves for some reason. What are we going to put this into? Zamor needs to work her mind out some. There we go. Well, I think in this case we're actually going to remove the helmet, because I think Zamor's face needs to be out there. I'm going to go back to the armor set I was wearing before, because I think it worked better. And in accordance with the chat poll, we're going to use the Mending Rune of the Death Prince, and Zamor is going to become the new Godwyn, apparently. Just under the wire at 4 hours. We'll get the final gameplay total in a second. I've killed them. I've killed them all. Zamor's the Elden Lord. And here it is. The rune that's going to mend the whole thing. For better or for worse. Can finally delete the battle axe entry from my notes app.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.
Very nice. Zamor can now finally rest, yes. Friends, that has been Elden Ring for the 21st time in a row. We are not going to begin Journey 2. We are briefly going to stop by the Round Table Hold to take a look at the stats of this God-slaying diva. 164. The exact number of blocks you need to build a full Tier 4 beacon in Minecraft. One stack in 100s. Yeah, pretty solid strength builds. Didn't need the endurance after all, because we weren't going for the heaviest of heavy armor, but I think maybe it helped us a little in the end there. 17 health for the end of that Malenia fight was absolutely nuts. The heavy battle axe took us through the entire thing. And of course, we started as an aged hero, and we end the game as an aged hero. Our final playtime for this character, 19 hours, 17 minutes. So consider that my personal best for beating all the bosses in the game. And we'll see how we get on in future. I'm not planning on doing another all bosses run, possibly ever, but perhaps just for a while. So we'll see how things go. But friends, that is where we're going to leave this stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the ridiculous amount of boss fights that we had to do. And for now, I'm going to see who we can raid. Who's out here streaming things? I tell you what, for a complete change of pace, I'm going to send you all over to Apothic Decay, who's currently playing Stardew Valley. Apothic is a lovely streamer. And has a modded Stardew playthrough going on, I think. But just like a couple of aesthetic mods, it seems like. So go say hi to Apothic for me. Use your Pixel Hype emotes in the hashtag PixelRaid. I'll be back on Thursday. We're going to be starting the Battle Hammer playthrough right then. I'm not sick of this game yet. Hopefully you aren't either. Either way, we're going to be doing Minecraft and Elden Ring, just like usual. In the meantime, I'm going to be working on my Beekeeper's Cottage and enjoying Yamar's retirement. So, thank you folks so much. We'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.